What's up? What's up? What's up? We are here. Another episode of Eat Sleep Sixers pregame. You got me, your host BG, my co-host Jose. What's good? So we meet again. Another matchup against the Charlotte Hornets. Injured Charlotte Hornets team. Before we get into the details of the game, I will announce that their same injuries are true. They are injuries. They are under health and safety protocol. LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Plumlee, all of those guys will not be playing tonight. But on a brighter note, Tyrese Maxey is back for us. Back to starting lineups just dropped. Original starting lineup, as we know, Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris, Danny Green, and Joel Embiid. Time to go out there and get this dub. What you thinking, Jose? What you thinking?
I need my boy Seth to come back.
Oh man,
wherever he been at, it's time to come back to work, Pop.
You know what makes me want him to come back so much, bro. You playing and your dad is announcing the game. Your dad is Charlotte's color commentator. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, make him
I'm
feel.
not saying he shot bad. I'm not saying he shot bad last game. I don't feel like he shot enough.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I will say that. Yeah, he definitely.
The only one who shot the bricks out the building was Korkmaz. You know what I mean? But as your starting shooter, you got to give us more than 6 points. And 6 points not cutting it.
Yeah, it's really not.
You know what I mean? Not for a starter.
Yeah, not for a starter who, especially if you get 6 points. Like, let's just say they throw Matisse in the starting lineup. Matisse having 6 points, yeah, you'd be like, damn, Matisse. But you know he probably gave you something of defense. Seth being our undersized two guard is like, damn, we ain't getting no points from you. What we getting? Like, so yeah, I'm hoping for the same, man. I'm really hoping to see a big night from Seth. We'll talk more about that later, but definitely it's his time, man. It's his time. I feel like we seeing post-COVID Seth. Like, did Embiid like pass some of it to him while he was sick? Like,
I'm calling him out today. I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out. You can't leave out of Charlotte without, making your daddy proud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got 2 chances. I can see if we just played him once. Bro, you got back-to-back chance. You actually spent the day with your dad yesterday. 100%. Sabri told me he flew out to Charlotte because they wanted to have a little family gathering. He said Steph couldn't make it, but because Philly was stuck in Charlotte for that, because we had to play him back-to-back, he said they had a nice little family gathering. So you got to spend some time with him. I'm pretty sure that Dell probably told him, I mean, we see why you the less paid brother. Ooh, and Seth wasn't feeling it. So hopefully he come out swinging tonight. I'm hoping he come out swinging tonight.
I just feel like that because nobody owes anybody anything, but I mean, Sixers gave you an opportunity to showcase your skills as a starter. 6 points, that's unacceptable, man. I look at the stat sheet. That's not what you're averaging. Everybody was praising you about the numbers that you're putting up, the percentages that you have going on right now. They're crazy. So live up to that. Do me that favor. Live up to that.
Yes. I think what it is because he's such, just flat out a shooter. And I don't want to say he doesn't have a role. He's our shooter, but adding Embiid back, getting our team, the core of our team back and back into their flow is where he's missing out. Because it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, I was the offense when Embiid wasn't here. I was asked to do a lot more. Now Embiid's here. Now I'm back to get in where I fit in, and I don't think he found it yet. But tonight, I think he's gonna find it. I believe it.
I mean, again, though, like I'm not really gonna be that crucial on him because Embiid was on fire, and even though I'm watching it on TV, you can hear Doc in the background telling him to feed Embiid. Like, if you listen carefully, you can see. You know what I'm saying? And also, one thing I did notice: every time Tobias touched the ball, Doc kept putting his head down. What's up with that, Doc? You know what I mean? Like, yo, watch some real highlights of last game, and the shots that Tobias was throwing up that were crazy, barely even touching the rim. And look at the expression on Doc Rivers. It's priceless, man. It's priceless. I'm saying for real. Like, don't just focus on the players out there, man. See, you know, see what the coach thinks.
Do you know what my favorite play of the game was though?
Last
When
game,
yes, not look, not drumming, not drumming with the Euro, not Korkmaz right back with the Euro. My favorite play of the game last game was the high low, two high lows. So one high low didn't produce a score, but one high low did. When B caught it at the circle, as soon as he caught it, Tobias shielded his man off and B perfect pass, easy dunk for Tobias. Like that's what we got
oh,
to
the
do.
one that he just tossed like all the way down court. Yeah, yeah, under the court.
Yeah.
That was
So
nice.
that I mean when you that's basketball 101 against a zone, you put a guy at the free throw line and put a guy in the dunker's position. You put a guy there and it'll make them play defense. So that worked to perfection. It was one time it was Tobias at the free throw line. He got it down and B got hit and we didn't score, but I love that they did it. And then when they did it, when B was the top guy, that pass was
Well,
perfect to
we got
Tobias.
the two from the line, so
Yeah,
it resulted into some points.
yeah. I mean,
You
and that's
know?
how you beat a zone. We can't. I don't like when B tries to go on ISO mode against that 2-3 because it's just not gonna. You're essentially being guarded by four players. When they're in a 2-3 and you ISO, you're being guarded by four players. Come on, man. Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Yeah, this guy called Seth Curry. He be out there all alone,
Yeah, not just
sitting
him
there,
though. Danny
sitting at
Green.
3 point line, talking about something over here. I saw it a couple times, man. You know, I'm not gonna say that because again, man, when somebody is shooting like that, you can't really say much. You know, if he
Yeah,
was just out there throwing everything and anything up and stuff was just hitting the rim, crate buying or damn near breaking the backboard, I mean, then you could complain. But I mean, it
yeah.
was on a tear.
He was in his zone, and B was in rare form last game. Like I felt like he couldn't do any wrong. Either he was getting a bucket or he was getting fouled, and I love that. I love that because at the end of the day, like I said, we got the most dominant big in the league. Show us why you're big. A lot of people get stuck in their head because he's the most dominant big. He should dominate the way Shaq does. That's just not Embiid. He's not going to just post up. He's too talented offensively to just post up.
Well,
So
that's the media and the fans always trying to compare one person to another. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's different forms of
somebody
dominance.
can't just be themselves. They always got to be, oh, he's the next Michael Jordan. He's gonna be the next Bron. He's next Kobe. No, man.
There's different levels of dominance, and Embiid can dominate a game. Don't please don't kill me, people. I'm not saying better than Shaq, but he can dominate the game in more ways than what Shaq could. Shaq was just unstoppable. If he on the block,
He can
either
make
he
free throws.
and he can make free throws. So that's what when I say that, I'm saying he can just dominate a game differently than Shaq. Yes, he could be as dominant as Shaq, but I don't see and be ever being that guy to only post up. He's too talented offensively to only post up. He's just too talented.
Well, we have a short-handed Hornets. Do we whoop on them again, or is it gonna be another close one? Are we gonna have Oubre and his ramen noodle head go off again?
I personally think that we saw I don't want to see their I want to say their best shot, but we saw them hitting on all cylinders. Like Kelly Oubre looked like he could be an all-star. He looked like he could legit be an all-star the way he was playing against us. Uh that the rookie, the young kid that started at center, he looked legit in the first quarter. Like they just flat out had a good game overall. Luckily, we came away with the win because we had the best player on the court. But it was they. I think we took one of their best shots without their star players, without Terry Rozier and Lamelo Ball. Hayward was missing crazy in the first half. I mean, it was times where he got buckets, but overall, the team, Charlotte, the whole team played well. So I don't think I just can't see them doing that again to us. So I got us winning by at least 12 to 14 points.
You kind of answered my question right there because I was going to ask you think that Oubre can replicate what he did last game?
Do I think he has a dud? I don't think he has a dud, but I think we shut him down a little bit better. What he had 29, right? I think he had
30.
29. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think he has that type of game. Could I see him scoring 20? Could I see him scoring high teens? Yes, but no, I definitely don't see him killing us the way he killed this last game. He couldn't do no wrong. He couldn't do no wrong. For the record, I was referring to him and Shaq as far as not being a comparison. They're different players. Oh yeah. So his first comment was, "It's no comparison." What do y'all think about having a center out there and playing Embiid at the four? Uh, Berg Harrell. I don't know if you. I know I've seen you in here before. We talk about this a lot. That we would just like to see the Drummond and Embiid lineup. I'm not saying run it out there for the whole quarter, run it out there for the whole game, just to see what it looks like. Just to see what it looks like. I would love to see Embiid.
Popovich wasn't scared when he threw Tim Duncan and David Robinson out there.
Well, that was different. He had David Robinson, who was arguably the second, third best center in the league at the time, and he had
money don't make no money. That's my point.
4-year college player in Tim Duncan who was ready for the NBA. So it was a little different because Drummond doesn't compare to either one of them players is what I'm saying. I don't think Drummond compares to what David Robinson or Tim Duncan was at that time. So it's a little different, but again, scared money don't make no money. What do we have to lose by just throwing it out there for a 3-minute stretch?
Early in the season be the best time to try that.
Exactly, because you never know when you're going to have to use it in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? I remember in game 25 when I ran Drummond and Embiid out there, and we went on a nice little run. Hey, we're playing against Milwaukee. They got too big. They got Portis and Brook Lopez out there. Let's see if we throw Embiid and Drummond out there now. We can do it again. This is when you fine tune your team in the regular season. You don't try things in the playoffs. You try them in the regular season so you know if they'll work in the playoffs. So, Berg, I couldn't agree with you more. I would love to see that lineup in little small spurts. I would definitely love to see that lineup in little small spurts.
When we catch a huge lead, be the best time. There you go. You got a huge lead. Try it.
For sure. Have it. And I've been wanting to do it. You know when I want to do it? I want to do it to start the second quarter. So I would this is how I would do my substitution. This is obviously I'm not a GM. I'm not a coach. This is just something I would like to see. At the 4-minute mark, take Tobias Harris out and put Drummond in. Keep Embiid in. Let Embiid play the whole first quarter because you know what that would take away from? That would take away from Doc's typical second quarter, first 4 minutes playing an all bench lineup because you took Tobias out. Now you can start Tobias in the second half with the other 4 bench players instead of having 5 bench players like Tobias, like Doc Rivers been doing for the last 2 seasons. He feels like the second quarter, the first 4 minutes, it has to be 5 bench players. Take Tobias out at like the 3-4 minute mark and put Drummond in and see what Drummond and Embiid can do out there together. That's what I want to see. I would love to see it at that point.
That'd be crazy because one of them likes to play in the paint and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. Situational subs is Doc. Everything seems planned. You know how they I know this is a basketball podcast, but in football they always say NFL coaches have their first 20 plays scripted already. No matter what the situation, they know what their first 20 plays is going to be. I feel like Doc does that for 4 quarters. He knows exactly when he's going to make subs, exactly when he's going to call timeouts for the whole game. Like, bro, go with the flow of what's happening in the game. Don't just go off your game plan. Because game plans change. You don't expect to get punched in the mouth early sometimes. You don't expect to punch a team in the mouth and be up 30 in the first quarter sometimes. We didn't expect to score 44 points in the second quarter the other day. You go with the flow of the game and coach the game, not coach to your game plan at all times. I just don't like that he does that. He's definitely a situational subber.
Yeah, we've seen that. We definitely like to get some of those because I feel like he takes too long to make adjustments. And that note right there, he kind of reminds me of Burt Brown. Like, why you wait for them to go on an 11-point run to finally call a timeout? I thought it was like 6, 8 at the most points in a row, and you straight up call timeout real quick. I don't know, man. I'm not a
Yeah,
coach. I'm just a fan. Just fan.
yeah. But the thing is, because you're a fan, you notice the obvious things that just don't seem like it should be done. Certain things is like, bro, call a timeout. Doc Rivers, hold up, wait. I know, off subject slightly. Doc Rivers, use your challenges.
Oh yes,
Oh my God,
late in the game.
use your challenges, please, please, just use them. If there's any doubt, use it. It's
Yo,
okay.
we win that challenge, and the game might not go to overtime.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No, we end that at regulation.
Hmm. And I thought it was a clear cut challenge. I don't know like what he was looking at and thought maybe it wasn't close enough. But when they showed the replay, I was like, bro, you looking at the same replay I saw? Because yeah, I would challenge that. Even if you lose it, I'd rather you lose the challenge to just keep them in your pocket your whole life. Doc, I think that's what Doc trying to do. Doc trying to end the season with all his challenges in his pocket.
Yeah.
All of them. You know how ESPN just be creating stats. He want that stat. The first coach to never challenge a play in a season. What he got? That's where else. Role players. That's where it's so obvious that the role players' days are over. Make subs that fit the situation. What's hard about that? I couldn't agree more.
The next comment.
I'm telling you, he got a lot. He got a room in his house,
Yeah.
and he just write the word challenge on it. Yep, save this one today. Save this one.
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers probably got about 20 suits with red flags, handkerchiefs coming out the pocket.
Yeah, it's wild. Berg, we definitely agree with every comment that you just posted in the last 10 minutes because we've been confused about this for the longest. One, the obvious, damn, all you do is make the same exact subs. Two, bruh, you allowed the challenge. You know that, right? You do know you got challenged. Maybe he don't know that rule was implemented years ago that you could challenge a play. Maybe he don't know. Maybe he don't know. But we'll see. I got a question for you. Jose.
What's up?
Tyrese Maxey is back. You know that, right? I told you that.
Yeah.
Did we see the last of Isaiah Joe last game?
I hope not.
Oh my God! Please.
I hope not.
Please play Isaiah Joe tonight. Please.
Listen, that kid's stroke looks nice, man. His form looks nice. You know what I mean? And he can hit them shots. He's proven it already. Even what was it? 6 games ago, last time we saw him before he came last game. It was like 5 to 6 games before that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the kid can stroke. You know what I mean? He can shoot the ball.
He definitely can.
If you got a man on this team struggling, you gonna just keep him in there?
And that's the wildest
shoot, but he ain't shooting well.
That's the wildest thing, Jose, because we got three people who are our shooters that have had bad weeks. Danny Green, Seth Curry, Furkan Korkmaz. And we have a guy who's proven that he's not, the moment's not too big for him. Why not give him a try? Why not give him a try?
I was saying that subliminally. Lately in the show I've been ripping Korkmaz a new one. He needs to lose his minutes to that kid Joe. Been saying it.
I'm calling you out, Bird. I'm calling you out, Bird. Bird, you getting called out. It seems like you tuned in heavy right now. And you in depth with the conversation. If you seen any of our shows in the last week, you saying everything we've been saying for the last week. This is you. I feel like you just got done watching the show, all the past shows, and you just giving it back to us because man, we've been saying all of the stuff you saying, man. Isaiah Joe could definitely fill those Korkmaz minutes right now because what we getting from Korkmaz is just not cutting it, man. Like No, he getting shots. He's missing wide open threes. It don't even look like his normal form no more. It look like he literally just throwing the ball at the rim, yo.
When Embiid caught COVID and he was out, you remember that first game? He was out. Cork Miles was on fire. He was taking them pick and rolls, jacking, making them. Them things was wet. Like, where that man at?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I would love like we're critical of Cork Mars, and I'm not saying bench Cork Mars just for the sake of benching Cork Mars. I would definitely love to see him back doing what I know he can do. But until then, man, like give a guy a shot, man. Isaiah Joe sat on the bench all last year and just waited and waited and waited, waited and waited and waited, waited and waited and waited. Never got a shot. And now he's showing that the moment's not too big for him. Give him a chance, man. Put him out there. Put him out there when it matters, not just when Tyrese Maxey is out and we need him to play. Because we needed Isaiah Joe to play last game.
Listen, man, if I was the coach or if I had some type of control, I wouldn't send Cork Miles to the G League. He'd be back at AAU. Send him with the AAU kids.
He said, "Let him play with Sierra
Yeah,
King and Ronnie."
yeah, yeah. You know, go send him with Lil Bronny and help him out. He's kind of struggling.
It's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
man, it's not cool what we're getting from Cork Miles, man. Like he's logging in way too many minutes for that type of poor performance. It's getting real frustrating to me. I'm getting a little tired of it. I mean, I gotta sit here and I gotta gotta deal with it because I have no control. But it's rough to see when he's on the court and he touches that ball. It's rough.
That's a fact. I want to say I'm over him. I'm not saying he's done. He never. I don't want him in the lineup ever again because I think he can bring something to this team. It's just he got to get out of his funk at some point. He got to get out of his funk at some point. And speaking of getting out of your funks, we brought this up earlier in the show. And as y'all know what time it is, it's time for over under. And the one person I'm calling out for my over under tonight is not even a call out, but I think it's because it has to be time. I think we see it. So my over under for the night, Seth Curry, over under 23 points. What you got for me, O's?
I'm gonna go under,
Okay.
but not by much.
Okay.
But he will be under.
I'm going over. I'm going over. I need a 26-point night out of you. But I'm not stopping there, Seth Curry. You're never off the hook on Eat Sleep Sixers. Over under Curry, 4 made threes. That is a very reasonable number. Seth Curry, over under 4 made threes.
He'd have to have an exceptional game.
4 is not, but that's the crazy thing. 4 is not exceptional for Seth. That's all right. Yeah, Seth had a good game. We expect him to hit 4.
Yeah, but that'll be him just shooting those 4 shots.
No, we seen this man put up 20 in the first quarter in this season.
23, get it right. 23.
I apologize.
23 in one quarter.
Debris, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Please apologize to him. You know, if Debris gonna come out and defend his older brother, you need to chill out. All right. You know what?
Look, Berg gave the real number. He said, "Look, I ain't even gonna comment on this one. I'm telling you what I got money on." he said, "I got."
All right, look, man, look. Because I want him to have a breakout game, I want to be wrong on my over and under, my first over and under pick. I'm gonna go over on this one.
Okay, I like it. I'm gonna go over. I think the number's gonna be 5. I can see him making 5 tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we made even money and he had 4. But I think he has to hit at least 4. So I wanted to throw the number at 4. Beat them what? Wait a minute. What?
I mean, beat the Hornets, pop. That's like,
Oh, the Horn Dogs. That was different. That was different. But Jack, I don't know if you heard earlier.
Put your mind there, buddy.
I don't know if you heard they are missing two very key components of their team today. So the same team that we played last game is the same team we play in this game. The only difference is they seeing us differently. Tyrese Maxey is back in the starting lineup. I predicted a 12 to 14 point victory. I'm not saying I can see the future, but that's what I expect from this team tonight. Is at least a 12 to 14 point victory. What you got for your keys?
Me?
Keys to the game.
They got D up. Defense is gonna be the key to this game. Defense. It has to be. They can't allow these young kids, they feeling themselves and be going out there, you know, put back slam dunks off an attempted three miss. We can't have stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be defense all day long. The guy, yeah, especially Ramen Noodlehead. Yep. Mm-hmm. So it, you got to show these guys you're a better team. You got to D up. No more lackadaisical defense. None of that. Just D up.
I agree. I agree. I'm gonna go with defense. I don't know if everybody remembers the over under. One of the over unders last game we went with was holding the Hornets to under their average. They are the highest scoring team in the league right now at 115 points, and one of the over unders was holding them under 115. We all said under because they didn't have two outstanding players in LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier, and they didn't look like it. They went out there and was scoring the ball. So I think we need to take some pride in the fact that we have our full team. They don't have their full team. Don't let these guys, these bench players. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's in the NBA. Everybody can get a bucket. We got a better team. Let's try to keep this game. I want to score high hundreds. I mean, in the hundreds, but let's try to hold them to that 100, that in the 90s points today. Take some pride on the defense end. Take some pride on the defensive end.
Yep. Yes, sir. Anyway, we let y'all get ready so y'all can get y'all popcorn, y'all little snacks, whatever it is you guys need for the game. We appreciate all you guys joining the chat. Bird, Jack, we got Big Daddy, Sixers super fan in the chat. What's going on, my guy? One love. Check y'all at the post game.
We signing out, but Berg, we're gonna answer that question when we come back for post game. Holler at us at post game. I definitely want to touch on that. I definitely want to touch on that answer, Paul.
Yes, sir.